An illegal immigrant suspected in a deadly shooting in San Francisco has allegedly confessed. Police say Francisco Sanchez admits shooting Catherine Steinle as she walked along the riverfront last week. Sanchez has been deported 5 times, but returned to San Francisco, which is a sanctuary city. The victim's family still reeling from their loss.
Just a young woman and starting to be in her prime. Had so much to live for, and to die so senselessly is terrible.
Joining us now, Deneen Borelli, chief political correspondent for Conservative Review, and Jehmu Greene, former president of the Women's Media Center. Both are Fox News contributors. Thank you both for joining us.
Good morning.
So San Francisco will not hold arrestees for deportation holds unless they've had a violent felony in the past 7 years. Sanchez did not. Of course, now he has apparently admitted to this random killing of Catherine Steinle. Does this, Deneen, policy have to change?
Absolutely, Patti Ann. 5 deportations, 7 felonies. This individual should not have been in the United States of America. And what we are witnessing, and my thoughts and prayers are with this poor family and all the other individuals who do not make the headlines when this happens. Clearly, it's the liberal progressive policies that are killing Americans. You look at this law that has taken place in San Francisco, it's selective. And it should be done away with because they're not obeying the laws that are on the books.
In this particular case, let's listen right now to what the Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement had to say about this tragedy. Quote, an individual with a lengthy criminal history who is now the suspect in a tragic murder case was released onto the street rather than being turned over to ICE for deportation. We're not asking local cops to do our job. All we're asking is that they notify us when a serious foreign national criminal offender is being released to the streets so we can arrange to take custody. That didn't happen in this case, Jehmu. A big problem there?
Well, certainly he should not have been on the streets. Certainly I agree with Deneen that my thoughts and prayers go out to this family. This is a senseless tragedy. I think what we are seeing now, though, is there are some people who want to politicize this tragedy in such a way to vilify all undocumented Americans. And then from a political standpoint, there are some mistakes that happened here. And I think we should be focusing on what should have happened to ensure that this doesn't happen again. Perhaps ICE should have been more aggressive in making sure that they had a warrant, that they had gone to get a court order for him. And maybe the reason that that couldn't happen is because they have been given a mandate to go after all undocumented Americans, gardeners, people who are, helping us in so many ways, helping our economy.
This guy is clearly, that's not what's going on in this
their
case.
efforts on
this guy had 7 felonies.
Terrorists.
This guy was a criminal.
If their efforts were focused on criminals, on terrorist threats, on people who had just come into the country, if they were laser focused, then we would not have incidents like this in the numbers that we see them. But we can't vilify all undocumented
primary
Americans.
role is to protect citizens. This individual has felony records. He's been deported numerous times. And what is also very concerning that there are 4 Democrat individuals who are running for president, including Hillary Clinton, who support sanctuary cities, which in my view, she is supporting the fact that this individual was allowed to remain in the United States.
Back to Jehmu's point, though, San Francisco did say that it would have honored this detention hold if ICE had gotten a warrant. And these sanctuary cities, such as San Francisco, argue that they need legal cover. There are constitutional concerns. There's this case in Oregon in which a county was found liable last year for holding an inmate for ICE beyond her release date. It's gotten tied up in some red tape. Jehmu, is that what we do? Just need to tighten up some of these technicalities that are making these cities worry about getting into constitutional trouble?
I certainly think we need smarter immigration policies and enforcement. I think we need better. We need more focus. And we don't need people who are going to take this one isolated situation and try to paint a picture of all undocumented Americans
happened
being
numerous
criminals and not contributing to our society, because that is not the American way. We're a nation of laws. If they had gone and gotten the court order, he would not have been on the streets.
has happened
This despicable
numerous times.
character would not have been able to
many
commit this
families
crime
are being
if
harmed.
their focus was where they should be, on
Too many
criminals.
families are being harmed, Patti Ann. This has happened more than once. There's also the individual Jamil Shaw Jr. My heart breaks every time his father is on television talking about what happened to his 17-year-old son.
He's also one of the first people who died in the Iraq War was an undocumented immigrant.
The
There's also
law
the
should
But
not
undocumented
these are
immigrant
not
who
just
saved
undocumented immigrants. We're talking about undocumented immigrants with
Right.
criminal
And
histories.
that's where our focus should be. That's
Right.
where ICE's focus should be. The
And illegal
president's law
immigrants
that is
as
caught
well.
up in
They're
legal
breaking the law as
shenanigans
well.
right now would allow them to have more
nice how you
resources
filibuster,
to
Jehmu.
focus on
They're
criminals.
breaking the law as
Focus
well.
on criminals,
I am
not
being
on people
told
helping
I need
our
to cut
economy.
it there. Jehmu
Yep.
Greene,
Thanks.
Deneen Borelli, thank you both for joining us.